Hey y'all, Coach Matt here with you. So today's video is going to compare two breakfast burritos. One is the McDonald's breakfast burrito, and then you have my breakfast burrito. I'm going to set several criteria to grade one against the other. In fact, I've got 5 categories I'm going to be grading them on. First is time. How much time do I sit in a drive-through line versus how much time does it take me to cook my burrito? 2 is cost. Simple enough. What's one cost versus the other? 3 is taste. No small thing there. Obviously, if you're going to eat something consistently, you want it to taste good. Otherwise, you're going to be like, no, I'm not going to eat this anymore. Number 4 is calories, okay? If you're trying to lose weight, a great way to go about that is by reducing the amount of calories you take in. And in addition to that, I'm grading how filling these two burritos are. Now, there's a few things that makes food filling. That is the volume, so how big it is, because your stomach detects volume, how much fiber it has, and how much protein it has. So those 3 things, volume, fiber, protein, are very telling in terms of how filling something's going to be. All right, everybody, I am off. Alrighty folks, so I'm just now pulling in, so I'm gonna start. I got a stopwatch here, so I'm starting that right now. If it works, there we go. And we'll see just how fast food really is.
Welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you?
Yeah, I just want one breakfast burrito.
Is that everything?
Yep.
108.
Alrighty, thank you. This is one of those places with a 2 lanes, you know. And wow, people are getting real malicious here because somebody cut in line. Wow, this guy in front of me is taking his sweet time. I think he's paying in pennies. Oh, by the way, we are at 5 minutes and 56 seconds. That didn't work. I'll show you when I'm done.
Good morning. Did you have the one burrito?
I did.
Okay, so do you want to wait?
Okay, there you go.
Okay, there's that for you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, doing well, thanks. Uh-huh.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Hey, thank you. You as well. Alrighty, we're pulling out of here, and we are at 7 minutes and 22 seconds. So got my 1 egg here. Doesn't have to be a brown egg, but I just prefer them. Grew up eating them, still love them. If you like white eggs, that's fine too. Got our fat-free cheddar cheese here. Our deli fresh honey smoked turkey breast. Got frozen pepper and onion blend. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in the microwave. You'll see how I prep everything here, because I'm going to show you start to finish. All right, we're going to see if we can beat that 7 minutes and 22 seconds. And last but not least, we got our carb counter tortillas here. And those are only 50 calories each, so this is a really good option if you're looking to cut some calories. Alrighty folks, let's see how quick we can get this done. Alrighty, so the time starts now. I'm gonna first put that heat on medium, maybe a little above medium. A 6 out of 10, you could say. Now I'm putting my peppers and onions on the plate. They're gonna be in the microwave. I'm gonna put those on for 1:10. You'll get a little variability, you know, just because of different microwave power, but about a minute 10. I use spray, cook spray, because that saves some calories versus using like butter, oil, something like that. You know, it's 5-10 calories versus 100, so definitely saves you a lot there. And if you don't believe me, just, you know, check the calories on a tablespoon or 2 of vegetable oil, canola, whatever. Trust me on that one. Okay, got our deli turkey here. I like turkey because, one, it's high protein and fairly low fat, so you get a lot of protein for not that many calories, and it tastes good too.
I mean, yeah, bacon or sausage is more tasty, but it's also way more calorie dense. And I like to put things away as I'm cooking in between, just so it saves me that much more time once I'm done cooking. And it looks like the onions and peppers are going to be done very shortly. So I'm going to put those down in the pan and let them cook in the pan a little. Just get them a little toasty. That way they're not like, just kind of soggy coming out of the microwave there. Gives them a better texture to toast them a little. I guess technically saute is the right word. And I'm going to mix those up a little. And as you can see, I cannot cut the pieces of turkey with a spatula. I guess I'm just kind of playing with it. But the idea is I'm just kind of stirring it in there. And there we go. Let it cook in that pan. One of the reasons I'm doing voiceover here is, one, so I don't miss any steps, but also my refrigerator was humming and it was really annoying. I know y'all want to hear that satisfying sizzle. So, yeah, maybe next time I'll just unplug the refrigerator. Now we got our tortilla out. I'm going to put some cheese on that. Again, this is fat-free cheese. So it's very high in protein and no fat, so really cuts back on the calories, and that protein makes it nice and filling. And when it's melted like that, I mean, if you're just straight up eating this cheese, yes, it does not taste as good as cheese with fat in it, obviously. But if it's melted and if it's in a burrito like this, honestly, you're not really going to notice the difference. Now I got my egg in there, so I'm going to mix that up nicely. I think Gordon Ramsay, he would be incredibly proud of my skills here. No, not really. I'd be getting yelled at right now.
Your special has now become not very special. You donkey!
But hey, that's kind of the point. You don't have to be much of a chef to do this. This doesn't require much time or skill or any kind of crazy special ingredients. Adding a little pepper here, add some flavor. I don't actually add salt to it because I feel like the turkey meat has enough salt in it. But yeah, hey, that's your call if you want to add a little salt. Alright, so it looks like we're ready to toss it on there. Now here's the deal. We could stop right here, but I actually like that tortilla to be just a little bit crispy. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the pan for about a minute. Now if you stopped right here, you'd be at less than 5 minutes on cook time, which is really good. But if you're like me, that little bit of crispy texture on the tortilla, I don't know, to me it's worth an extra minute. Yeah, running at 512 right there, so, if you weren't toasting, it'd be less than 5 minutes. But it's worth it to me, so just gonna grit my teeth and let it cook. Wouldn't recommend touching the pan with your hands like I do. I do it without thinking. Worked at a restaurant for 5 years, and so I got the old fireproof hands, Okay, well I think it's there, so I'm going to turn my oven off. Don't forget that part. That does happen sometimes. And we are at 5 minutes and 54 seconds. I forgot to show you that.
Alrighty, folks, here we have it. I better wrap that up, actually. That way it Doesn't look that much bigger. Okay. Boom. I'm going to stand up so it doesn't look like an optical illusion or anything. Okay. Guess what? That is 310 calories, and then you get another 5 from this guy, because there's no way I'm going to eat that without that. So we got 315 here. I'm going to eat this with this as well. That's the one good thing that came from McDonald's. Since I didn't have any pecani sauce on me. Guess what? This is 200 calories. Okay? Yeah, so this versus this, there's not much comparison here. It's like I don't know, at least twice as big. But here's the deal. How do they taste? We're going to find out. Alrighty, folks. Let's see who the victor is. So there's something in this. I don't know if it's either the cheese or the tortilla or something. Has kind of a weird aftertaste. I'm not a super picky eater, but I can definitely taste that. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one, but maybe y'all know what I'm talking about. If so, put that down in the comment section. I don't know. I mean, I can eat it, but I would give it, say, like solid 5. Very average. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Okay, so I was able to eat that pretty quick. Not very big, not very filling. 310 calories. Now let's try mine out. It just tastes more fresh. It actually tastes like you're eating real food, I guess is a good way to put it. I really like the peppers and the onions. To me, it adds a really good flavor. As I'm eating this thing, it's actually kind of hard to believe it's only 200 calories because it's filling. So that one, I'd give it an 8 out of 10 in terms of taste. It was good. Like, are there better tasting breakfast burritos out there? Sure there are. You know, there's such a thing called bacon and loads of cheese, right? But, you know, you're going to get pretty high on the calories with those. This one was also very filling. The McDonald's one, I feel like I could, like, easily inhale, like, 5 of those in about 5 minutes, which would be over 1,500 calories. Mine, I think if I were really hungry, I could eat 3, maybe 4 of them, but I would be super, super full. And for breakfast, 2 of those would suffice for me. So hopefully that gets you thinking. All right, folks. Results are in, and I think the winner is pretty obvious. But I'm going to go through those 5 categories really quick just to further ingrain this into your heads. All right, so the first thing we are grading on here is time taken. I spent 7 minutes and 22 seconds in the drive-through lane versus 5 minutes and 54 seconds to cook. So, well, obviously you're going to get a little variability in your drive-through time, but the thing is, unless it's right on your way to work, you have to drive a little out of the way, which adds more time. So I'm going to give the edge. Well, naturally, it's my video, but even still, I'm going to give the edge to my burrito there. Next is cost. Now, the McDonald's breakfast burrito is very cheap, $1.08. My burrito cost approximately $1.50. Now, you could say straight up, oh, yeah, the McDonald's one is cheaper. Well, yes, one burrito versus one burrito, but mine's twice as big. So, hey, tell you what, I'll throw them a bone here. I'll give them this one. Now, when it came to taste, honestly, it wasn't even close. Mine was just better. And, hey, go ahead and cook it. See for yourself. I gave it an 8 versus the McDonald's burrito getting a 5. It's passable, but it's got this weird chemical aftertaste to it. Can't quite put my finger on it. Anyway,
That one wasn't even close. So next. So when it came to calories, again, a landslide here. The McDonald's breakfast burrito with the salsa had 315 calories. If you don't believe me, you can look it up. And same with mine. You don't believe me, you can look it up. I showed you all the food that went into mine. Ended up being right at 200 calories, and then, oh heck, we'll throw in the extra 5 for that pack of salsa. So 205 versus 315. And last but not least, which was more filling? It wasn't even close. Mine was way more filling. I would have to be very hungry to eat 3 of mine. But the McDonald's ones, even though they're not that great, I feel like I could put 5 or 6 of them down easy. And then you're looking at 1,500 calories. So not a great idea. Now, obviously, mine was more filling because it was much bigger. It was at least twice as big, I would say. But to add to that, it was also much higher in fiber and protein. My burrito came in with 12 grams of fiber and 23 grams of protein versus the McDonald's burrito coming in with 1 gram of fiber and 13 grams of protein. So folks, the numbers don't lie. This is a landslide. I get it. You don't always feel like cooking. You don't always feel like getting groceries, whatever. But here's the thing. That's why people struggle with weight loss. When you don't have an organized approach, you just kind of go with the flow. And it's like, I don't feel like cooking. Oh, well, that sounds good. Whatever random thing. And odds are, especially if it's fast food, it's going to be loaded with calories. So folks, if you don't believe me about the taste, go ahead and try mine out. Very easy to make. Go get yourself some groceries instead of always defaulting to fast food. And I'll guarantee you that you're going to feel better. And if you're looking to lose weight, it's going to make it so much easier. Appreciate y'all watching. I got a lot more videos like this coming. So go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because if you don't, you're not going to be notified of my awesome new videos coming out. Go ahead and put a like down there. And if you hated this video, put a dislike. Give me a terrible comment. Because the thing is, any type of engagement's going to help me bump up in the thumbnails. So go for it. All right, folks. Well, that wraps up for today. Appreciate you watching. Take care.